Hi, today I'm going to talk about document automation for Notion users, and specifically I'm going to explain how we can create e-signed PDFs directly inside Notion database. So basically we have got a commercial lease agreement database that in Notion, and I'm going to use this lease agreement database and create e-signature PDF files directly within the database completely in automation. For this, I'll be utilizing this particular template that you see on screen. This is a lease agreement template which I have created it in Google document. And I'll be using this template and I will be using an automation tool known as PDF output, which will help me create the PDF files and automation directly within the database. Once the PDF files are created, we will also enable e-signatures and we will start putting signatures onto the document. So let's understand how this will work. Before we start setting up the automation, I just want to give a quick overview of the database. So as you can see, this database has three different databases which are connected with each other. We have a lease agreement database, which is the primary database. We have landlord database, we have properties database. So the lease agreement is connected to landlord and lease agreement is also connected to properties through relation properties. So as you can see, this is a relation property which I've added up over here by the name of property. And if I scroll to the right side, you will also see another relation property by the name of landlord. So the lease agreement is connected to all the two databases through these relation properties. Now let's quickly sign in and understand how we will set up the entire automation. So I'm just going to quickly sign in with one of my account and then I will showcase the entire automation step by step. Make sure you allow all the permissions when you are just signing in. That makes it easy for the automation to run. So once you sign in, you will find this button of new automation. Click on this and it will quickly ask you to connect your Notion account to begin with. Okay. So click on connect Notion, and once you click on connect Notion, you should be able to add the database which we have over here. So in my case, the database name is commercial lease agreement. So what I will do is I will simply copy the title from here. So I will right click and I will copy the entire title. I will go back to the setup screen. I will click on select pages and I will put the title inside the search pages field. This will showcase the databases which is matching the commercial lease agreement name, and you can see this database has already been added previously. So I do not need to add the database once again. So in my case, the commercial lease agreement is already added. So whatever database you are using on your end, simply click on that. It will automatically add the database. Once that is done, scroll down and you can click on allow access. This will give access to the database, which we can start to use for the automation setup. Now the next step after setting up the automation is you can define how you want to upload the PDF file. So basically we will define how the template file will come up. So the template file can come up in various form. You can upload a Word document, you can upload a PDF file, you can choose an existing Google document if you have. You can even utilize a Notion page which will be useful to convert as a template to generate the PDF file. Okay. For this demonstration, I will obviously be using this Google document. So if I click on select Google document, I get two options. I can start from scratch by creating a blank document, or I can select an existing document which is there on my drive. Okay. But for this demonstration, we already have the lease agreement template, which I was showing right over here. It has already been created inside this PDF output account. So if you're not finding it, simply search for lease agreement. You should be able to see that. Click on the template and it gets selected and click on continue. Okay. So what it will do is it will automatically add the template right onto my Google Drive account. And now I can utilize this template to set up the properties and generate the PDF file. So as it is loading the template on the left side, if I scroll on the right side, you should be able to see that we have a database selection window available over here. And if I click on the drop down, I should be able to see all the databases showing up. If anything is not showing, simply click on reload database. It will automatically reload all the connected databases that you have, and now you can select your database and proceed ahead. So for my use case, I will select commercial agreement database, and what it will do is it will load all the properties of commercial agreement database. As you can see below, we can see all the properties of commercial agreement database as well as landlord database and the properties database connected with each other. Okay, so all the database elements are showing up over here. So what I need to do next is I need to map the fields of the database onto the document. So basically on the left side, I have this lease agreement property, right? So what I can do is I can remove this placeholder text which we have. I can search for lease number as I see it. So I will just copy this lease number and I will go back to the document and I will paste it. So simply use Control V or Command V on a keyboard to paste it. Okay. Similarly, let's find status, agreement status. I will copy and I will paste it. So I'm just going to quickly copy paste few of the properties as I'm searching over here so that we are able to see the output which will be fetching the values from the database. So I'll just put it agreement type. Then I have prepared by, which I will again copy and I will put it. Then we have date prepared. Okay, so basically you can simply copy and paste the elements directly onto the document on the left side, and all the elements, once they are mapped, they are ready to generate a PDF file. Okay, so let me scroll on the right side. I have few more additional settings which I can configure. If you want to generate the PDF inside a Google Drive folder, you can go with this Google Drive folder selection, and you can upload the PDF directly inside the Google Drive as well. Okay, for this demonstration, I'm not going to do that. And any Google Drive folder, they will go into the Google Drive file property. So if you see the database, if you scroll to the right side, you will find this Google Drive file column over here, right? This will automatically be added with PDF output once you add the database, and any Google Drive file link will automatically come up in the database as you add it. Okay. For our use case, I'm not going to do that. I want to name the PDF file by the lease number. Okay. So if you go to the database on the left side, you have this lease number column, right? So I want to choose the lease number column so that all the PDFs are generated by the lease number field. Then I want to add the PDF file onto the PDF file column. So if you see, we have a PDF file column. This is where I want to generate the PDF and add the PDF directly into the database. This is all the settings that I have, but the key setting which I need to understand is there is this e-signature field, okay, which I need to turn on. So click on this, it will enable the e-signature for you. And let's click on preview output. So what this will do is it will create a preview document before you start set up the automation. So this will help us understand how the actual document will look like. And if you go back to the database, you will see one of the records has already started processing. So it will populate one of the record, fetching the values from the database. It will create the preview document directly within this PDF file column. Even if you go to PDF output, you should be able to see the preview document created right over here. Okay. So please be patient as it is processing, and you can see the document is already processed. And all these fields that we had mapped earlier have been now replaced. Okay, so every field that we had mapped in the demonstration have now been replaced with the values fetched from the database. So this record was created, it fetched the values from this particular record and it created this preview document. But this is not where we are going to end. We obviously want to add the signatures, right? So for now, what you can do is click on add signature, and this will open up a new window where you should be able to add your signature and see how the output will look like. Okay. So let us assume that I am the landlord and I'm going to put a signature over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add signature and I will put my name. So let's say Tom Thompson. And by the way, you can even draw your signature, you can add an image, you can put a checkbox, you can even put a date to the field as well. So all the options are available. You can even have different font styles to go with. So I'm going to select this font style, click on apply. Okay. I can drag and drop it anywhere. Basically, I want to put it in this particular section. Okay. You can even reduce the text size if you want. You can even resize. So all the options are available for your use case. Okay. So I just want to place it right over here and I'm happy. So I'm done with my signature. Obviously, I want to add the date as well. So I'll put the add signature. I'll put the date as well. So I'll go with today's date and I want the date to look something like this. Okay. So I'll click on apply and I will drag the date and I will put it right where it is needed. Okay. So this helps to precisely put all the elements wherever you need it. So my signature and date is there. Obviously, you can also add the name as well. I'm not going to do that. So I am done with the signature. So I'll click on save signature. Okay. As I click on save signature, the document gets generated onto my downloads folder. And the best part is the document is also saved within the database. So now, once I put my signature, if you click on this document which it has created, you will see that it opens up this particular link, okay, that you can see at the top. And basically, it also shows that signature and the date which we had added. Okay, so both the fields are already populated. So what you can do is you can copy this link, you can send out this link over an email or any other medium that you want to the tenant. Okay, and the tenant can put the signature right over here. So basically, what the tenant will do is the tenant will if you click on this, the tenant will get this link, and now the tenant will start to sign the document. Okay, So let's assume I'm now the tenant and I'm going to put the signature over here. So again, I'll put add signature. So let me take another name. Let's say Leila Jackson. So I'll just apply. I will again put the signature right where it is needed. And obviously you can play around with the formatting. So this is placed. Next, I need to add a date. So I will just simply select the date field. And let's say I want to go with maybe day before yesterday's date. Just to give a demo of how this will work, I will go with this particular date option. I'll click on apply, and I can see the date is showing over here. Okay, so you have all the options to modify and do all sort of things, and I can just place it right over here. So my date is put with my signature. Okay, again I will click on save signature. So if I click on save signature, what it does it automatically saves the PDF right inside the Notion database. Okay, so if you click on this, you should be able to see both the signatures now showing up right within the document. So you can see both the signatures and the date fields are already created, and it is automatically showing up inside your database. Okay, but how do you close this document, right? That's the main question. So once all the signatures are applied, if you click on the link, basically the document link, you have this option of complete e-sign. Okay, so if you click on complete e-sign, it tells you that no, once this is done, no more parties will further be able to put a signature. Okay, so if you click on yes complete, it will finalize this document and you will not be able to put a signature after this. So as it is finalizing, just wait up for a few seconds. It will automatically finalize everything. It will save the PDF directly within your database. And now if you click on that particular PDF file, you should be able to see a PDF document with both the signatures and the date intact. This was our intention. So both the landlord and the tenant have put the signatures with the date, and everything is done. Okay, so this is the final PDF which gets saved onto your database. So during the time of e-signing the document, you have the link available in the PDF file column. You can simply provide that link to the counterparty who is going to sign it, and they will sign it and click on save signature, and so that the signature gets added. Now, the key thing after this is once you are happy with the setup, you click on setup automation so that it activates the automation. Okay, so basically once you click on setup automation, it creates an automation which will process the PDF directly inside the database. You have an option to use a button to create PDF file. This is available only to the paid users of Notion. So if you are on a paid plan, you can utilize a button to generate a PDF as well. Okay, now let me take you back to the home screen, and you should be able to see an active automation which is visible over here. This means that your automation is set up. And now if you go back to the database, what you can do is you can simply mark your record as ready to generate. Okay, as you mark your record as ready to generate, it will process the document. It will create a PDF right inside this PDF file column. So in this way, you can keep on adding more and more records. Simply mark your record as ready to generate. It will create the PDF file right over here, and you do not need to go back to PDF output to generate PDF again and again. Okay, this becomes very simple, easy and convenient process as the PDFs gets created inside this PDF file column. Okay, so we will wait for a few seconds as it is going to process the document, and soon you should be able to see a PDF file populate over here, which you can again click and add the signatures right into the document. Okay, so I have added a lot of templates for your use case. So let me quickly close this as we do not need it, and let me quickly sign out as well. So there are a lot of template options. If you click on templates, you should be able to see multiple templates which are being added in due course of time. You can take help of this template to start generating PDFs. And if you want to connect with me, you can click on this chat bubble. You can send me a message right away. I should be able to help you on any issues. And I'm also available on a contact widget, which you can find at the bottom of the screen. So you can find this contact section, which you can click and send me an email right away. I'll be happy to address you. Okay. And meanwhile, you can see it has started processing both the records as we had set up the automation, and both the records are now out. So if I click on any of the record, it will open up in an e-signature format. This is the link which you should be using. Provide this link to the counterparty who wants to sign, and they should be able to put a signature to the document. Okay, so basically I can again repeat the same process. I can add the signatures and click on save signature. It will automatically be saved right into the database. Okay, so this completes the entire demonstration from my end. I hope this explanation was clear to you. If you still have any questions